welcome into Sports Betting Illuminated, where we play with the house and not against it. It is so wonderful seeing so many of you here early, ready for some sports wagering tonight. Thank you so much, DJ Ray, for coming in, dropping my links, dropping my Substack, letting people know where to find my free daily newsletter with all my sports picks, sports news information, picks of the day, pictures of me every day, so much more. And welcome in Super Duper James. Love the SpongeBob reference. Brian, welcome in. And David, hello. Ken, welcome. Hey Tyler and Alvin, Derek, it is so wonderful seeing you all here this evening. Who's ready to win some wagers? I sure am. And if you are new here, my name is Ariel Calista. I'm the author of Sports Betting Illuminated, an AI-powered path to profit. This is my book. You could find it in bookstores, pretty much anywhere. You could get it on your Kindle. There is a digital version as well, so it's super easy to just pick up and really start understanding my strategy, how to play the Ari Bets way. And yeah, there's a lot to it. Applying game theory, understanding AI. I mean, I've been doing a lot of Python work recently, doing a lot of object-oriented programming. It's OOP in Python, so yeah, it's been a lot of fun learning so many new things every single day. Hey Thomas, welcome in. Absolutely, let's win some wagers tonight. Yesterday was good. I think we're starting up a new little winning streak, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it's, it is variance. Like I always say, some weeks are good, some weeks are a little bit rougher, but you just ride the waves, you buckle down on your strategy, you really sharpen your focus, and you know what? That's how you start riding all of these highs, all of these wins. So let's have some fun tonight. I have my rosé here. And let's have a good time. Hey, Auntie Dawn, it's nice seeing you here. Welcome in. What? I had a picture in the email. You know what? Okay, wait, you're the second person that has brought this up, and I'm like, what? I thought, like, if you just see the email in the browser. So, like, at the top of the email, my emails have gotten so long. It's not that I'm forgetting a picture. It's just, okay, so since everyone's bringing this up, the pictures are still in the daily emails. It's just all of the games. Like, there are so many games. I just had to double check. I was like, I know I put in a new picture today. So all of the games, because we have college football, we have college basketball, the NBA, NFL, NHL, we are tracking this full slate every single day. Don't forget that. We're breaking down, analyzing all of these games, seeing really, is there, sharp money positions, the house is taking. And because these free daily emails get so long, the daily report gets so long, it does cut it off. So you just have to click, like, as soon as you open up the email, there is this view email in browser button right at the top. It is in blue letters. I think there's also white. Yeah. It's right there at the top. It says view email in the browser. You will be able to see the whole thing, nothing cut off. Nothing, not a thing. So I'm glad you're enjoying the picture. It was a fun little picture. I just got that outfit and I love it. It is so hot. New favorite store. I love going shopping. There's like one of the biggest malls in America is like 20 minutes away from my house, and I love it. I just love being able to go there, go shopping, go to all these like unique stores that, I don't even see in Vegas, so that's nice. Okay, I'm glad the rest of you guys saw this picture, and if you didn't see the picture, go check it out. And if you are signed up for my emails, please do so. Just go to arielcalista.com, click the stay in touch button. Easy peasy, free to sign up. No ads, no spam, no BS. And you get new pictures all the time, and spicy ones too. The extra material went into the sleeves. Absolutely. And it's so see-through too. It's like, especially if you, like if you just wear like nude everything underneath, it almost looks like nothing. So it is a lot of fun. Yeah. I have some stories, but I'm not going to tell them here on YouTube because I don't want to get canceled. Because they'll censor me. Hey Tony, hello from Mississippi. Welcome in. Hey, that is pretty far away. I've never been to Mississippi before, but welcome in. I am so glad you're here. We're going to have some fun tonight. And Tech Science, welcome in as well. All right, let's go over our current ROIs before we dive into all of these games. So we've been crushing the NBA. Right now we're sitting at a 78.6% win rate. We've only played 26 units so far, so it's not a ton, but our ROI is huge. We have a 51.1% ROI, that is return on investment. So I'm really excited about that, and I hope you are too. I hope you see these NBA games and it's just like immediate play. Like we've been doing so well here. I mean, you can't deny that. And you see these games every single day in the email. It's time-stamped, it's recorded, what I like, what I don't like, things I'm watching. And even when the lines fall apart, you know, sometimes we see that in an email. But I am working on you know, just kind of creating like a feed where I could keep putting in my updates throughout the day about like what lines are falling apart, what ones I like. Kind of like an RSS feed, but maybe, I don't know, the layer above. I feel like that's me though. It's like I gotta bring it to the next level instead of just like a little ticker, you know, like sliding feed. Gotta make it fun. Gotta make it look nice. You're just waiting for baseball to start up again. Yeah, I know you've been traveling to all the different stadiums, seeing all the games. What a fun way to spend your time. I bet that was great. I bet you got a lot of good weather. It was a nice summer. Lots of good games. It was a fun season in baseball. Yeah, I can't wait for that to start up again either. Okay, in college basketball, we're sitting at a 34.9% ROI, so we're almost right there, like borderline 35% ROI on a 69.7% win rate. NFL, a 25.9% ROI on a 60% win rate. NHL, a 19.1% ROI on a 58.6% win rate, and college is like kind of where we're struggling right now, but we're still in the positives. It's still a positive 15.4% ROI on a 58.6% win rate, so we're still doing well, but NBA is truly where we are shining right now. A 51% ROI is crazy, and I don't know if we've ever seen that before. I mean, maybe like last year at the beginning of the NFL season, I'm thinking, when we won like those 8 straight games, like right at the beginning. But hey Anthony, welcome in. Yeah, I need to bring in some new sports, so I am working on reformulating everything, and I should really have like a nice show up and running like after Thanksgiving. Just letting you guys know. I know it's Thanksgiving is going to be coming up. You might be wondering what's happening with the stream. We will be taking Thanksgiving week off. I know everyone's going to be spending time with their families, but of course the daily report will still be going out. So and that means the 2 live streams that are happening Thanksgiving week will be canceled. But the daily emails, they go out every single day without fail. Every single day. I'm talking holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. It does not matter. A day there's sports is a day the email goes out. Make sure to sign up. Now, before we get started, I always like to say sit back, relax, and get your mind right to win some wagers. Won't be able to do this much longer. This is Cosmic Kush, also known as Cosmic Bubba Kush. It's a hybrid weed strain. It's very uplifting, but it has a high THC percentage. It's 20%, so it's a lot. We might get a little crazy here. Who knows? Maybe I'll be up and moving and grooving in one of these songs. I don't know. But you guys in the audience, you always inspire me, so you know, I'll just go with the flow tonight. Let's dive into some of these games. We are feeling good now. Well, we got a Turkey Day photo in the email. Absolutely, absolutely, of course. I'm not gonna lie, I can make a killer turkey on Thanksgiving. Oh my god, it's so good. I can't wait. This is my favorite meal of the year. Actually, one of my favorite holidays because I just love eating. Oh yeah. Alright, thanks DJ Ray for encouraging the dancing. Like maybe some upbeat song. This is a little more mellow, like chill. You'll whisper a play or two you like. Okay. Well, I didn't really see much going on in the NBA tonight, but I know you guys are here wanting to talk about this NFL game. The Jets, the Patriots, this is all going down at 8:15 tonight. And I've been watching the spread for the Patriots. It opened up at -5.5. Went up to -11.5, sitting at -12 right now, and you know me. You know I would normally say this is a huge move. The sports books, they love this. They're moving this line out so far. But I don't know. I mean, it's the money right now. When I'm starting to look at the money and analyze what's going on there, it is kind of hitting that equilibrium point. And so, you know, it's very mixed on both sides, and it just doesn't seem like if I was forced to take a bet tonight, you know, luckily none of us are being forced to make a bet. But if I was being forced to make a bet tonight, I would say the Patriots. But still, I mean, -12.5, that's a lot. I mean, they're going to have to be up by, that got a little loud. I'm like, okay, the music wanted me to start dancing pretty fast. What was I saying? I don't remember. They're gonna have to be up by a lot of points. -12, I mean, I don't know. Just all the mixed money here, that's kind of putting it into maybe just watch this game tonight territory. Like at this point, I'm not being forced to make a bet, so I don't really have an opinion. Hey Super Fro, welcome in. The Super Fro and Super James are right here. The super friends. I know, right? The zombie apocalypse, like the last email that everyone like goes out will be like, okay, first of all, let's analyze these games. Second of all, maybe we'll have like evolved into like the prediction markets a little bit more like like who do you think the zombie is going to eat next? Are we betting this person or this person on the prediction markets? They're being run by blockchain and crypto and whatever. Okay, that was a crazy take. Like, it's probably not gonna happen, but it's fun to imagine it for a second. Okay, Don, you're giving the points. Tony, you're picking the Raiders to beat the Cowboys. All right. You bet Trey Henderson over rushing. You know, I haven't done props in a while just because the juice, like, Sportsbook just wants to kill you on the props, and I don't know. I mean, I know everyone really likes the props for sure. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, the Sportsbooks just kill you on that. So, you know, eventually it's like, you know, you start doing the math and you're like, this isn't really, I mean, it's fun, but it doesn't really make sense, at least for me. So yeah, I'm just kind of staying away from this. This total is looking pretty yeah, skip-ish. I don't know. It's not really moving anywhere. It's been kind of frozen. It went from 42.5 to 43.5. So the sportsbook is moving this line towards the over. But the interesting thing here is, like, I did see some pro money. Like, it looks like it's developing pro money showing up on the under. So going in the opposite direction here. Man, I can't say I don't really like too much in this game. Yeah, I mean, I think live betting is only really profitable like when you analyze the game like thoroughly beforehand. Like if you have a play that you really like I remember baseball season, you know, sometimes it was like, oh, I really like the Yankees tonight or something, and I like this run line, but then suddenly they're down by a run, and then it's like, well, I analyzed the game, I feel confident about my play, you know, this line is held all day, and then you bet it, and then you could find some certain spots, but you do have to like really kind of be careful with that, because you know, live betting is just really addicting and it's a lot of fun, and of course, you know, everything's changing every second and you're seeing the numbers change in front of you. So you just have to like not get carried away with that and really just stick to your strategy that you made even before the game starts, because once the game starts, then you're looking at the players and a lot of times you're betting with your emotions or your emotional state. So you gotta be careful. That's all. That's that's just my take on live betting. So I know you guys have some other NFL games. I will spin back around to the NFL games in a little bit. I wanted to cover some college basketball that's happening soon. So let's just dive right on into that. I was, you know, really just watching a few games here, but there are some games that I like enough to be action plays, and in fact, there's even one game that I like enough to be like a full play. Like, I like this one a lot. You guys heard me talk about this in a daily email, and that is Wichita State. This spread went from -3.5 to -5.5. There was a ton of pro money backing it up. Level 4 pro money. Plus, this line is moving. The sportsbook is agreeing with the pros here, so everything's going in the right direction. It dropped back just a little bit, but quickly went right back to -5.5. So it dropped back to -4.5, but rebounded pretty fast, and the money has stayed consistent this entire time. So I bet it even when it dropped back because it did not scare me. It was a pretty big move, and I like it. Yeah. So let's go. Yeah, definitely. All right, so I like this play a lot. Let's cover another play. This is a 7 o'clock game that I'm looking at. Monmouth versus Seton Hall. So I have been watching the spread. Open up at -12.5, but quickly moved to -14.5. 14.5 on level 1 pro money. So a lot of pros were jumping in, pushing this, but it's a lot of pro money. So right now, I would say this is a pretty strong lean. I like seeing the sportsbook move and the pro money backing this up. And it's just a little bit of pro money, but absolutely. I like that analogy, super pro. It parties on the line. That's fun. Yeah, we should start saying that. Like, it parties on the line when the line moves with the pro money. That's fun. That's yeah, a cool little analogy. It's kind of what it does. Alrighty. So let's go over one more game that I really like tonight in college basketball. This is also a little bit more of an action play. So just remember, like, the one game that I really like a lot is Wichita State. You know, I said that earlier today. The line is held beautifully. I love it. All right. But this other action play that I'm looking at is St. Thomas. It opened up at -11.5, went to -13.5 on some St. Thomas money, but it was looking a bit pro. I like how this line movement is moving with the money. It's partying on the line. So, yeah, that is pretty fun. I like seeing that move. So just a couple little action plays mixed in there, but yeah, that Wichita State game, I really like these two action plays, Seton Hall and St. Thomas. Love this. So if you're an action player, you can throw a little sprinkle on that. And let's roll on into the 2-minute drill. I think you guys are gonna like this. It is way longer than 2 minutes. Hey Chris, welcome in. You're on Purdue tonight. Action plays. Okay, so this 2-minute drill is a little bit longer. It's about 5 minutes, so stick with me. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Really interesting too. If you guys have been following my Substack, this is based off of the Optimizing NFL Predictive Models. So I had NFL Predictive Models, the first part where I'm just really introducing people to the metrics, telling them what it's all about, and then part 2 where, like, literally whether you are a new coder or a professional coder, you can just take those chunks of code and plug it into like a free collab notebook. It's very easy to do within Google, and start playing around for yourself. I just wanted to make it easy for everyone to really start like exploring and playing around, because like the best way to teach yourself how to like work with data is just really diving on in and kind of understanding Python. It's almost like speaking English, I guess, once you start reading it, in a way. But anyways, this video just kind of pulls it all together into like one comprehensive, like, easy to understand video. It's a lot of fun. And if you have any comments, I will be in the background in the comments, so feel free to chat. And I'll see you after this video. The NFL stats that everybody watches, they don't tell you the whole story. Sacks, yards, touchdowns, sure, they happen, but sharp bettors aren't looking at just what happened. They are looking at what should have happened. And here's the thing, you can build these advanced metrics yourself with free data and basic Python knowledge. So let me walk you through game changers that actually move lines. Let's look at pass rush win rate versus time to throw differential. Here's a scenario that you've probably seen before. A defense dominates their matchups all game, but never shows up in the box score. Why? The quarterback's throwing is too fast. This metric uncovers that hidden dominance. When you've got a fast pass rush going up against a quarterback with a slow release, now that is hunting season. You can build this using the free NFL DataPy library. Calculate defensive pressure rate. That's sacks plus quarterback hits per dropback. Then cross-reference it with next-gen stats for time to throw. Now you're spotting mismatch edges before the books even catch on, which is perfect for hammering undervalued defensive lines. Next up, let's look at explosive play rate over expected. Some teams rack up splash plays because of breakdowns, not because they're actually good. Others, they are inches away from breaking out. What you want to track is how often teams hit 15+ yard runs or 20+ yard passes versus what you'd expect based on down, distance, and game situation. Tag explosive plays in your play-by-play data, model the expected rates, and subtract. Teams are overperforming, they regress, especially after those big headline wins. Teams underperforming with high air yards, they're primed to explode. This is money for props and team totals. Now let's look at the scripted versus unscripted success rate gap. Most teams script their first 15 plays before kickoff. This metric compares how well they execute that game plan. versus everything that comes after. You find that teams that dominate early but completely collapse when the script runs out, fade them in the second half. Sort your plays by game, tag the first 15 as scripted, compare the success rates, and you'll see immediately which teams are built on preparation versus real adaptability in a moment. That is where you will clean up on halftime spreads and live unders. Next up, let's look at pressure to turnover conversion rate. Let's be clear, pressure doesn't win games, turnovers do. So, out of all the pressures a defense generates, how many actually result in interceptions or fumbles? High pressure but low turnovers? That defense is due. High turnovers on low pressure? That's borrowed time. Group your play-by-play data by defense. Count the pressures and turnovers, divide one by the other, and now you're spotting the regression before it shows up on their record. And finally, let's look at third and fourth down EPA. A team can look efficient overall, but completely collapse on money downs, or the opposite. Some bad teams sustain drives purely through clutch execution on high leverage plays. So, filter your data to just third and fourth downs, calculate EPA by team. You'll see exactly who's living on miracles. And when those miracles dry up, the market's always a step behind. Now look, there are frontier metrics out there. Coverage bust rate, explosive yards after contact. Those require film charting or player tracking coordinates, and that's where the pro teams are spending their time and money. But you don't need those on day one. These public metrics alone expose real, exploitable inefficiencies. And the edge, it's not about mimicking someone else's model out there. It's about climbing one rung higher than the next better. So you can install these for your libraries, pull play-by-play data since 1999, grab next-gen stats, Vegas lines. It's all free and open source, and you could be up and running your own analysis in minutes. And if you want the full toolkit, spreadsheet templates, formulas, all these stats, scripts that pull from APIs automatically, stay tuned. I am working on a course coming up soon. But honestly, the data is out there and most of it is free. The tools are free. The question is, are you willing to dig deeper than everybody else? I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That was a lot of fun, and you know what? I think you have a good point, Super James. I should post these as like little shorts, especially on YouTube or something. It's like I know I need to start posting shorts to get to this YouTube goal. I don't know, they have so many requirements just to like become a creator and start monetizing your account. It's like actually crazy. Like honestly, I'm so heavily censored. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. Welcome back. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you guys liked it. Thank you so much, Derek. Thanks DJ Ray. Yeah, it would just have to be chopped up a little bit, but yeah, quick little video. Thanks, Alvin, Super Pro. Alrighty, wow, that was a lot of fun. And seriously, if you want to dive deeper into the metrics and start applying these things yourself, I tell you exactly how to do that. Like I break down the steps one by one, like for somebody who never even started coding before. It's very much like plug and play, and you know, just try it out. That's all I can say. It's all on my Substack, arielcalista.substack.com. I am always posting Substacks on there. If you would like to support my writing, I would be super grateful for that. And so many of you are. I truly can't believe how many of you are supporting my work and just growing this amazing little tight-knit community that we have every single day. It is wonderful. All right, let's dive into some games. We have a lot to talk about in hockey tonight. All right, and I know the hockey fans are here, so let's get started. First, let's look at this. Let's look at this 7 o'clock game between the Kings versus the Maple Leafs. So I have been watching this Kings money line and the puck line as well. The money line opened up at -105, moved out pretty fast to -120. Then it moved out even further to -135. There's level 1 pro money, and that money is looking super pro. Yeah, it is looking very pro right now. All right, but what I like even more than this is the puck line. It went from +220 to +185. It is a nice plus money number, but there's level 2 pro money on this, so a lot of pro money. The line is going in the right direction, and yeah, still a really big plus money play. I think this one will be a good one. So must have been played without goalies. Oh my gosh. Well, we have the Super James, the Super Pro, and then sometimes we even have the Super Pro money. Alrighty, so I like that a lot. I like the money line and I like the puck line there for the Kings. It is, going in the right direction tonight. And backed by a lot of pro money on both sides. So, I mean, whether you take the money line, whether you take the puck line, whatever you're more comfortable with, the puck line is a nice big plus money play. So we love that. We love that. But it is looking pretty good. All right, let's move on to the 7:40 game. That is the Oilers versus the Blue Jackets. This Columbus money line opened up at +105, and it started moving pretty fast in the right direction, went to -110. So they quickly flipped from being underdogs, +105, to favorites, -110. And this was pushed by a lot of pro money. When I analyzed the money, there was level 3 sharp money. So I liked seeing that. And it was very sharp looking money too. So it moved out even more to -120. So went from -110 to -120. Vegas is still pushing out this line. So I think this money line for the Columbus Blue Jackets is looking very solid. Right now the money did lighten up a little bit. So it is looking a little more mixed, but the pros are still in there. I still identify a lot of pro money in the mix. You took it at -105. Nice. So you took it before it moved way out there, Tyler. I like that. You are in love with Columbus. Well, I mean, I think it's moving in the right direction. And happy Tyler likes it as well. Your hockey plays have been doing really well. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at here in hockey. And like I said, the NBA has just been kind of dead. Like, I really have not seen any of these lines move. Like, no money really showing up. But let's just talk about what I'm seeing happening Sunday so far. Okay. So it is interesting, just seeing how this Dolphin spread is moving first thing in the morning. Went from +4.5 to -2.5. I mean, yeah, it's on the move, but at this moment, I don't have a play there. Titans win. Okay, I'll listen. Why do you like the Titans so much? You like the Canadians. What's happening in that game tonight? I see they opened up at minus 105 and now they're sitting at minus 120. Okay, it's a little bit of mixed money, but it is moving. It's kind of like the same thing that happened with the Kings money line. Interesting. Why do you like the Titans? I just want to know, Tyler. Feel free to write it in the chat. Just because I've seen this Houston spread move from minus 3.5 to minus 7.5. But then I also saw it move back too, and it moved back all the way back to minus 6.5. So I can't say I'm in love with it. I don't actually have an opinion there right now. Just a sharp trend. All right. All right. You know what? I mean, the line is reversing, so, you know, you might be onto something there. Like, it's reversing pretty hard. And it does seem like this under is developing too in this game, even though the money is all on the over. Vegas is moving this line towards the under pretty hard. It's already minus 6? Whoa. Dang, I did not know that. Okay. I should have gone for a wine refill during the 2-minute drill. It was more like a 5-minute drill. I had plenty of time to get some wine. Oh well. Just another game that I'm looking at on Sunday is what I think maybe could be a little action play. It's just the over in this Bears-Vikings game. It's at 1 o'clock. The opened up at 45.5, went to 48.5. Level 1 pro money on the over, and it's still looking like a lot of pro money. The line moved in the right direction, so just something I'm keeping my eye on. It is an action play. You don't have to play it right away. Maybe just a little sprinkle. That would have been fun. I could have like a wine and money line 2-minute drill sometime. So, let's see. I really just, you know, I'm seeing a lot of movement, but nothing that's really rising to the level of a play. I saw the Steelers move out pretty hard from plus 1.5 to minus 1.5, but just not liking a play there at this moment. It does, you know, seem like this total is just bouncing around in that game a lot as well. Kansas City went from minus 1.5 to minus 3.5, and it does look like a little bit of pro money is showing up on Kansas City, so something to keep your eye on. I wouldn't bet it yet, but it does seem like this line is starting to move out in the right direction for them, backed by a little bit of pro money. You know, this under looks like it might be developing in this Lions Eagles, but it's not really getting pushed by money. It's just a sportsbook move. And it does look like another under might be developing in this Ravens-Browns game. You know, I've seen this move from 44.5 to 39.5. So Vegas is moving this line, but there is really no money backing it up. I think this might just be a sportsbook adjustment, so let's just watch and wait and see really what happens here. We don't have to bet yet, but we will just keep our eyes on this. We'll keep our eyes on this. But that's really all I'm watching for Sunday right now. I know more things are going to develop for the Sunday show, so make sure to join me again. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and then you'll be notified when the Sunday show is happening. It's at 11 a.m. Eastern, just like always. But those are my plays for today. I'm just hoping of some more of these NFL plays really develop on Sunday, and I think they will. We've been riding the ship lately, so let's just keep going forward, and let me just go over all the plays that I like. I know it was a lot tonight, so I'm gonna give you my favorite plays first, and then the action plays second. You know, the action plays, you know, just remember these are the fun plays. I know I like to kind of dress them up, but yeah, so we'll see. Let's start at the top here. Tonight, I really just didn't see anything in this NFL game. But in college basketball, I love Wichita State. Love that spread. It is looking very solid. In hockey, I really like the Kings puck line. I think this is a great plus money number. And I think the Columbus money line is looking solid as well. Absolutely. Time to rip one for the wagers. All right, action plays. Just remember, a little sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, so we'll just start college basketball. Seton Hall, we're liking that spread, and St. Thomas as well. And then the Kings money line is looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good as well. So, just keeping my eye on that. But the Canadians, I think, that might even be a little bit of an action play as well. Just seeing how that's developed. So, another potential action play that we found here. No, I don't have a favorite team. So, I was born and raised in Vegas. Fourth generation Las Vegas native, and we never really had NFL teams until just a few years ago, and I don't know, I never really had a favorite team, never really gambled even, really until I just started applying game theory. So everything I do is data-based. I incorporate a lot of AI into what I do, doing machine learning, writing code in Python, all of that. I take what I learn, incorporate it, make my own models, things like that. But I identify really where the house is taking a stand and play with the house, because I grew up basically always hearing don't gamble, the house always wins. So I kind of took that saying, of course. I heard that as often as look both ways before you cross the street. Took that saying and basically said, okay, but if you play with the house, identify where the house is taking a stand, then you're winning. It's just applying basic game theory to my strategy, and maybe I am the human AI. Oh, you finished high school in Vegas, but you're from Mississippi. Cool. All right, yeah. I finished high school in Vegas as well, went to college out there, but I'm still in school, still learning a lot every day. Yeah, in a contest, you were killing it, Super James. We need to go back to that. That was so much fun, having those community contests. I love that, and I felt like everyone became such a better sports bettor because of it, and then everyone was able to follow their favorite sports bettors' picks and really see who's on a hot streak and what sport everyone is good at. Oh my god, I literally almost committed to just studying soccer during that contest that year, because I was like, how are you guys killing it? I mean, so well every single day, and I thought I was good, but yeah, sometimes it's when you put everyone's brain together, man, you find something beautiful, some beautiful plays. And I'm fortunate that we have some real sharps here in our audience. El Dorado is still there. It is. No favorites. Cold-hearted analysis. That is true. That is me for sure. I know. I just my favorite team is whoever's winning. Whoever I bet on, really, whoever I bet on that's winning me some money. That's what I like. That's my favorite team for tonight. All right, well, those are all of my plays. I just wanted to talk about something before we move on for the evening and, everyone departs. So, as you know, I did talk about this in my email. It is, today is a day that a lot of people are really focused on one thing, which is like the spending bill getting passed, and, people, getting their SNAP benefits, and people, getting their, I think even Social Security was being held up, and all kinds of benefits for people. So there is a lot of focus on that today. But one of the things that was just literally signed into law with the passing of this bill is that hemp-derived cannabinoids like delta-9 THC derived from hemp, delta-8 THC, all these other intoxicating cannabinoids derived from hemp are all going to be illegal very soon, within a year. So, I sold the first million delta-8 THC cartridges. There would be many, many days, I'd go into the warehouse and it was we're 48,000 products behind. We got to get them all out the door to just one customer, because we had, we were delivering to these big distributors, and they would order a lot of different products at a time. And, seeing all of this being taken away from people today, they're, basically freedoms that they've been granted basically for the past year. I kind of knew this was coming, out in Pennsylvania. They were one of the first states to really offer people who are in cannabis, in the hemp industry, offer them safe banking protections. No other state does that, really. But then to see, recently, just this past month, they're going into distributors and going into stores and just taking all of their products. And these are businesses who, paid good money for these products, thousands of dollars, and they have really no recourse other than just losing all the products and deciding, well, I'm not going to carry this again because I don't want to get raided. And you know what? You might be right. Maybe Big Pharma has some, there's a lot of money involved. And, when the government could get involved to tax you another way, they will. And it's just really depressing, really sad seeing this being taken away from people today, because so many people across the country have lost their jobs, lost people that they care about to opioids. All these people across the country who found cannabis, and decided it was actually good for people and have suffered consequences. For not having it, it's being taken away from people. So it's more restrictive. Only states, with dispensaries in a year from now, you're not going to be able to get delta-8 THC on shelves, delta-9 THC. And when I was traveling across the country, the one place I saw in all of these states, the one thing I saw in all of these states that haven't legalized is all their smoke shops are thriving with delta-8, delta-9 THC. That's what the people want. It's what 70% of Americans want out there in the world when polled. So, I don't know. It's sad that, just people's freedoms, people's individual freedoms are being taken away. So yeah, it's just a sad day, because you think it's a good thing for a lot of people out there. They're getting benefits that they are entitled to, but at the same time they don't realize how many things are also being taken away from them on the other hand. And I don't know, I'm just, I never got really involved in politics. To me, I'm kind of a person, I just want everybody to stay out of my business. But it's a sad day, especially because I helped really develop this industry, and now it's going to be gone for people. A lot of people aren't going to be able to get the access they need. I've personally seen how people going through withdrawal of opioids, close to me, one of my good friends, her son, going through withdrawal, how delta-8 helped him, in that moment with the symptoms. People aren't going to have access like they used to. And, unless people start speaking up about it, people like you and me, and, even just telling our friends and neighbors what we think about this, nothing's going to change. So, yeah, that sounded kind of dark, but it's because it is. Exactly. I know. I grow my own cannabis. I feel the same way, Tony. I grow my own cannabis. I mean, I know a lot of people who do, honestly, and I think it's just encouraging the black market for that. The black market never went away for cannabis, but it's only going to become stronger, and it also kind of does pose a danger for, you know, like, who's the money really going to all the way up the chain? You know, is it safe? Is it being grown without pesticides and chemicals? And I don't know. I mean, when you take something away from people that they already have, it really does create like a prohibition style era of the times. And we all know how that went in history books. So here we are today, for whatever reason, cannabis is being taken away again. I mean, hopefully people's voices are heard, but think about the benefit for all these senators. They have another way to tax you. I mean, that's what it's really about. You know, when they could really start taxing you per thing, and the taxes pile on top of taxes, and they're taxing businesses, and it's gonna be crazy. And you know what I always say here, right here on Sports Betting Illuminated, you work hard for your money. I don't want to see you part with it needlessly. I want us all to win here and benefit and grow our bank accounts. And you know, you can't do that when you're getting taxed this way and that way, and before you get your money and after you get your money, and as you're buying everything, and then again in other different ways. I mean, it's getting out of hand, but I don't know. Hopefully the people's voices are heard. I know I'm just one voice in a crowd of thousands, but we know how it is. It all comes down to whoever could collect the most amount of money on this, and I don't know. I guess I'm just not the type of person who would spend millions or billions like lobbying the government to give people what they like rightfully deserve, which we all have inside of our own bodies. We all have our own natural endocannabinoids. That's why phytocannabinoids are so important. But, exactly. I mean, you can make so much food. I would love for people to start being more self-independent, you know, growing things themselves. I grow my own cannabis, love growing my own food, my own tomatoes, everything. It's a lot of fun. But it's also difficult too, because it's hard to grow at scale. Sometimes when you're just growing for yourself, but I don't know, there's something so beautiful about little community gardens and traveling through Europe and the European countryside, and everyone has those little farms, like a patchwork. It's fun. We just don't really have that here. In fact, we're losing like 10% of farms every year, but it is what it is. I know I'm just one voice in a sea of thousands, so you don't have to listen to me, of course, but that's just my opinion on things, and I just feel sad to see people lose their individual, like, personal freedoms. It's a sad day, but, you know, it's also good for people in a lot of other ways, so, you know, I guess it's a mixed bag. Well, anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed the Sports Betting Illuminated live stream. I know we got a little off topic there at the end, but now you just know a little bit more of my background, what I was doing in the cannabis industry, and will be continuing doing for at least the next year while I can still sell it, hopefully. Oh yeah, and I owe you guys a dance. Okay, I'll dance. My outfit. I don't know, this isn't really like dance music. I hope you enjoyed the Sports Betting Illuminated live stream. I had so much fun with you guys. I'm gonna take one more rip before I go. Alright, have a wonderful evening, win some wagers, and I will see you all on Sunday morning. Please give the stream a thumbs up before you go, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Sign up for my free daily emails, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this live show, and I'll see you all next time.